Welcome back to SAP's Expert Talk. This is the second part of our two-part series on the three-system landscape conversion journey of our customer dsm-firmenich iHealth division. In the first video, we discussed the collaborative preparation and execution of all the technical conversions. If you haven't watched it yet, we really encourage you to check it out. See the links below. In the second episode, we'll go deeper into the business outcomes, the benefits of the new 3SL, and how new available features has improved day-to-day business operation at dsm-firmenich. Before we dive into the customer journey, I'd like to welcome and introduce our guests. Tom, the digital partner for iHealth for dsm-firmenich. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us today. Calin, thanks for being with us again. It's Calin, your product manager for the 3SL conversion program. And Dennis, a program manager for the 3SL conversion program. Hi, Dennis. Thanks for being with us too. Let's start with some context. Dennis, would you briefly remind us what 3SL conversion is about and why this is important to the customers?
Yeah, thank you, Yannick. So SAP's S/4HANA Cloud product has evolved over the period of time. And likewise, the landscape has also evolved over the period of time. Every release, we add brand new features into the function, into the product, and the landscape also has changed over a period of time. So we went from a two-system landscape where we initially had a quality system and a production system, which was managed by a manager solution or solution builder system, to where you have a quality and a production system, but now managed by CBC, Central Business Configuration. And now the latest landscape that we provide is a three-system landscape, which has a dev, test, and a production, which is managed by a CBC system. As time passes by, customers have remained on some of the older environments, and the goal of this program is essentially to move them all into the 3SL landscape, because we at SAP believe that the customers need to be able to enjoy the latest and greatest that SAP has to offer. And some of the functionalities that are built first for 3SL and then downported sometimes. There are some feature functionality that are available within 3SL that we will be able to leverage when building new features. And so we want all customers to be able to enjoy the latest features that SAP is providing. And that's why we are so eager to have all the customers converted over to 3SL.
Thanks a lot, Dennis, for the refresher and the clear explanation of what is 2SL versus 3SL and the business benefits for the customers. And now let's focus on the story of our customer. Tom, can you tell us a bit about why you've chosen to have your system converted to 3SL? What was the business benefit for you?
The main driver for us to move over to 3SL was the business dynamics that we're in are requiring us to adapt very fast to changing business requirements, specifically customer requirements. So we had a roadmap where we need to develop new functionalities. And in our previously two systems landscape, we had quite some constraints that we faced. So we wanted to move over to 3SL, like Dennis was mentioning. We now have a separated development from a test from a production environment, which gives us much more control of the developments that we are looking into. So the other topic that we are facing issues with is the upgrades. So the upgrades were a disruption in our development roadmap, and with having the 3SL environment, we can continue our developments on a development environment, which gives us much more time to actually do the developments instead of the disruptions that we faced. And the last item, which is very relevant for us, is the extensibility on the development side. So we're really looking forward to explore the new functionalities for us to improve our developments. So indeed, it's all in all, we can improve and adopt faster to the changing business requirements and be much more in control without any disruptions.
Thank you very much for the detailed response. Was there a specific task that is crucial for your business now or in the future?
Well, I mentioned the change requests that we are looking into. We have a couple of them that we are now really can focus on with the 3SL environment, with the dedicated developers environment that we really need to deliver at the moment. One of the things is, for example, the product substitution topic that we haven't been able to deliver in the 2SL world, but now with the extended functionalities, we're exploring the product substitution change request.
And Tom, can you also tell us a little bit about what you're asking your organization to do now that you're converted over to 3SL?
Yes, so we have moved over, which I think it's 6 weeks now. But we have been looking into the new features with the development team to explore all the new functionalities that came with the 3SL environment. We really want to change from being reactive to proactive, changing the business, leading to business value with the functionalities that we have. And later on, of course, we think we're ready now for the whole AI dual journey, which of course is very exciting to embark on.
And I think this is absolutely key, Tom. Thanks for mentioning that, because now your landscape is always ready for the latest innovation that SAP is going to ship to all the customers. So that's great. Calin, questions to you. We know that with 3SL, our customers have access to many other features. So would you like to mention a few of them?
Sure. Actually, we have an important asset that is published on our 2SL 3SL conversion activate, which is named 2SL 3SL Delta feature. This asset contains brings the benefits for the customers and highlights the value for the usage of this new features that are enabled in the 3SL landscape. I'd like to emphasize maybe two of them: parallel line and CLT customer localization tool. Parallel line will allow customer to continue with the project activities on a parallel line, so different to the main line, without disrupting the main line activities, so leaving the main line system free for any changes that take precedence. CLT, customer localization tool, it's helping customer to activate countries that SAP does not offer as a standard, but provide us the tooling to create these countries in the system. So the customer can use these are, let's say, the main features in this 2SL, 3SL Delta features. I don't know, Dennis, do you want to add anything on this?
Yeah, actually, maybe one more. So with 3SL, we're now adding, the partners have now given a partner landscape. What that means is that if they want to build something new, let's say it's an industry content, or maybe something it's a white cap, or some kind of a differentiating functionality that they want to build out, they can do that now, and they can also sell that via the SAP store. So there's an entire landscape that's available where you can build something on developer landscape, test it out in the different environments, and then publish it into the SAP store so that the customers can just click on a button and buy that particular software that is being sold. We're expecting that eventually a lot of partners will start developing these kind of content and publishing it, which means that the customers can now leverage a lot of functionality that will be available out there, which will be somehow differentiating their company from others, right? And also, if there's some specific industry content that's out there, they could also bring that along. And so we're really excited about this functionality too, because now partners are able to build something new and customers are able to adapt that as well.
Wow, that's exciting. Thanks. I'm looking forward to explore these functionalities. Absolutely.
Tom, now I have an interesting question for you, I think, because we all know, from having been in the IT industry for a while, that the company's culture eats project plans for breakfast, if I can say so. Can you tell us a bit about how your organization prepared for this change, and if this has changed your day-to-day operations concretely?
Well, I think change management and being prepared, I think that's key for a transition like this. So we took a lot of time to actually prepare all the steps that we need to do before the conversion, but also after the conversion, of course. So we took a lot of time for the change management plan, and we took a lot of communication internally, externally, to everybody who was involved. I think that was key for successful implementation of the 3SL environment. And of course, the support of SAP with the steps and the roadmap were definitely helpful in preparing us for the conversion. When it comes to now day-to-day changes, again, I think the communication is key. How we're now running the 3SL environment, and how we're doing the developments together with everybody involved, the technical teams, but also the business teams. So that's where we are at the moment.
Thank you, Tom. This is really a testament to your good preparation and the communication that you've had with our teams and also with your own teams. Change management is critical within the organization. Coming back to the 3SL conversion, I know that you guys also used CIS service, which helped you with the integration and rewiring the system. Calin, can you talk to us a little bit about what the CIS is all about and what it can offer?
Sure. Yes. CIS, it's a customer integration automation service. The iHealth division was one of the first customers who used this CIS service on the pilot phase for rewiring integration in the test environment. So I will say that the efficiency of CIS service depending on the number of the integration that you need to rewire in the test system. As many integration you need to do on the test system, as more efficient is the CIS service. We have customers, an example, who use the CIS service for rewiring more than 100 integration scenarios, which reduce the time of the post-conversion activities from 4 days to 2 hours. Yeah. So this is, let's say, the benefits of CIS rewiring service.
It's massive automation, Calin. Impressive number for 4 days to 2 hours. Thank you for sharing that. Can you share, Tom, a bit of your experience using this CIS, and did you experience this massive gain of efficiency? And how did it really help the conversion, during the project?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I recognize the number that you mentioned. I think we do not have a 100, but I think we were a little bit over 40 of the integrations. Integration is key, but it's part of the landscape of the end-to-end processes. So having that tested and that requires a lot of time. But with the functionality of the CIS, we have been able to reduce a substantial amount of time in our post-conversion activities, which was really helpful. Absolutely.
Thank you, Tom. Actually, in addition to CIS that we are offering in the post-conversion, we also have TDC. TDC is essentially a test data conversion. With that, what we're able to do is we're able to bring the master data and transactional data along with some configuration like the output management and number ranges, a few other things like that. We're able to bring that over from the dev system, which was your old quality system, into the new test system. So essentially, it makes your old quality system and the new test system almost identical from a data perspective. And that's really, really beneficial for our customer because with these two services, the TDC, which is test data conversion, and CIS, which helps you with the integration, we strongly believe that this will greatly reduce the total amount of effort that the customer has to put in order to bring their landscape back up to speed, to the point where it was in the past. And so I think that this will help out quite a bit, actually.
Thank you, Dennis, and thank you, Tom, for today's discussion, for all your insights, for customers who are discovering 3SL conversion, as this open up a lot of new possibilities for them.
Thanks for mine too, Dennis, Calin, Tom. Much appreciate that you made the trip to Waldorf in person. It's great to see that you have a strong plan for the future, and we at SAP are more than happy to have enabled all those new functionalities for you and our Cloud ERP customers. And of course, we're here to support you in the future. Thank you for taking the time to explain this to our customers and other partners. If you want to learn more, we've included a link in our 3 System Landscape community page in the video description, complete with presentations, FAQs, and other enablement videos. Visit our SAP community and contact us for questions or submissions of topic via insidess4@sap.com. Thanks for watching and see you next time.